Hello, good evening, everyone. Just making sure you guys can hear me properly. So looks like everything's working fine. So let's just get started with today's live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. I think we've got more subscribers this time. So thank you. Thank you so much for showing your support. And if anyone's joining new, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll be trying to do these live playthroughs, most probably solo playthroughs every Sunday or like weekends. And today, the game I have chosen for today's playthrough is Get On Board. Very simple, very cozy game. So it's just a game where so this time we are going to play the Rome side. So we are going to be moving around Rome. We'll be helping people, we'll be helping tourists, we'll be helping people just travel around basically. So we'll see what today's objective is going to be. So yes, let's get started. This is how the this thing looks. The game box. And this is by ILO. I think that's how you pronounce it. So sorry. And it's I think they have another version of this game, which was Get On Board New York or something. And this one is Roma and Paris. We can play either one for the solo, but initially they recommend that you play you start with the Roma side. So which is what we're going to be doing. So it's a 1 to 5 players, just takes less than 30 minutes. So let's see how this plays. So because it's a very short game, I thought I'll just explain the setup and everything in the, during the live rather than doing everything like the pre setup. So yeah, let's get started. So this is a flip and write game. So this belongs to that genre, flip and write. I hope you guys can see this properly. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so what we're going to be doing is this game comes with, like I said, it is a double-sided board. This side has the Paris side and this one is the Roma side. This is what we're going to be playing. We'll have some objectives. Ultimately, our aim is to achieve those objectives. We have some personal objectives and we have some common objectives. If it is a multiplayer game, it would have a common objective. And the game, it does not have any AI or anything. It's beat your own score kind of a game. So I'll just show you the initial setup. So this is what a player sheet looks like. I don't know if I've done the setup for that. Let me just see. Hold on, let me just. Yeah, so this is what player sheet looks like. Okay. I think you guys can see, right? There is some delay between, the telecast and I think that's about it. So I'll explain to you how this thing actually works. I think my audio is there. Okay, cool. So I think everything's working fine. So we'll just continue. This is the player sheet. I'll explain to you what everything is. But before that, let's just go back to our main board. So initially, like I said, you would have some common objectives, which is what these cards are for. Okay. These cards, this is also double-sided. It's the same thing, but it would give you different scores based on at what point of the game you are scoring it. Okay, so we'll just give it a quick shuffle. So we'll be starting with the yellow side. So we'll just do that quick shuffle, and then we'll place 3 here. Okay, so only for the solo game you would be using the third one. Okay, otherwise we won't be using that. So you can keep the rest away. We wouldn't be needing it for the game. And then what we have is we have these personal objectives. These are the personal objective cards for the Roma side. So we'll give that a quick shuffle. And then we'll just keep one on the side. This is what I've chosen. We'll keep that on the side for now, and we'll keep the rest back in the box. And then coming to our metro tickets. So these are the cards that we are going to be flipping. So for a multiplayer game, you would be having a different setup. First, you'll be just taking the first 6 numbers and then choosing one random card to find out which fastest route you will be you will be scored for a multiplayer game. But for a solo game you wouldn't need that, so I am not gonna do that. So I can just simply shuffle these cards. And then we have these cards. I forgot the name of these cards. What cards were those? Russia cards. We have 2 Russia cards which will be positioning at 10 and 11th positions. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the first one goes there. The second one goes here. And then we'll be placing it here on the board. Okay, so these are our metro cards which will be flipping. Okay, now coming to our how the gameplay works for a solo play. We'll be having our personal pawns, or like the route pawns. I think that's what it is called. The route markers, yes, and the departure markers. These are the departure marker we have, and the route markers we have this here. So what we are going to be doing is, this is our personal objective, right? So I'm going to flip it and show it to you. Yeah, so this is our personal objective card. So in this card, it basically means, okay, so in this card, it basically means we have to start from one of these points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any of those 6 areas. Okay, I forgot. So before the setup, we are supposed to take one of the cards. So I'll just take one. It's 10. So we'll just ignore that. 3. So let's say we take 3. This is 3. Randomly we drew 3. You were supposed to do it initially. I forgot. Sorry. So 3. So we will be starting from 3. So we have 3 here on this. We have 3 on this board also. This point. This M is where we are starting from. This is our departure point. So we'll place our departure marker there. So this is where we're going to be starting from. We'll just put them back in the deck. Okay. All right. So that's where we're going to be starting from. And like I said, our objective is to connect these 3 points. So when we are starting from 3, I think the ideal thing to do would be to reach K. Then we have to connect I here, and then we have to connect A here. So that is our personal objective. And apart from that, so we'll be keeping it here. We'll be keeping it here. Apart from that, our other objective would be to take 5 students. So these are students. Okay, so these are student cards. Students. So we have to take 5 students, and these students are going to the cinemas. So cinemas, let me show you. Yeah, so that is what is going to score us. So these students, these are the students, and these students, whenever we take these students and we drop them off, drop them off at the cinemas, is when you get the score. So if you're just just taking students, and if you are not dropping them off at any of these cinemas, means you're not going to gain any points here. So you have to be careful with that, and that is going to score us. Like, let's say you take 2 students and then you drop them off at one cinema, means 2 into 1, so that would score you 2 points. And then we have these grandmas. So grandmas, we don't have to drop them anywhere. Like, it's a very what is it, like a typical grandma kind of, or no, typical, I think that was very rude of me to say that, but old people, they just like to travel around, they just like traveling in the bus maybe. So each grandma you pick, you're going to gain 1 point each. And then we have the tourists. The tourists, they are going to either the operas or the cinema. So these are the operas, this symbol or this icon, and this is the cinemas. Sorry, not cinemas. They're going to the museum. So it's a let me just make sure I got that right. Yeah, they're going to the theaters or opera. So this is the opera and this is the theater. And here the thing is that there is some rules when you play it. I think I'll explain it to you when I play that would be easier. And then we have the flirts. So these flirts are going to the restaurants. So there are these kind of, so 2 types of flirts here. One is with the dark background and one is with the kind of light background. So here, as you can see, these 2 sections have 2 of each. So that adds, so this symbol in between, in the middle, they mean something. So let's say you pick up one dark background flirt, that would give you a 2. And then let's say you pick up another dark colored flirt, means you would be getting pretty much nothing. You have to have both, only then you get 6. If it's just 1, you get only 2. So you have to be careful when you collect or pick them up, and then you add. So that would be 2 plus, if you have both, 6, or if it's just one guy, it would be 2 plus 2, that would be 4. So that's how you score that one. Then here again, you have the personal objective. So sorry, the common objective. So if you get the common objective, depending on like which one you complete first, you get more scores, you get all the scores. And then these are for the personal objectives. So for the first one, it would be like we have to connect K, right? So if we reach K, you get 2 points, and if we get to I, you get 5 points, and then if you get to A, you get you get 10 points. That's how that's done. And then there are metro stations also. So the more metro stations you get at the end of the game, for any unused, or like if there is an X mark on these metro sports, means you're not gonna get any points. But if there is any unused metro sports, you're going to get 2 points each. So yeah, so why we would need to, now coming to the extra benefits of using these, the metro sports, right? So the more you gain these you hit these destinations, these metro stations, if you strike them off, if you put an X, you can use it to add one more route. So you get to add one more of these. Okay, I'll explain to you what we are going to be doing with these route markers, but that is one of the benefits. And then you get to use this one also. You can take 1 point away from your total score to kind of change certain things. So what are those things? Let me explain that to you now. Okay, so as you can see, we have these metro tickets from 1 to 12. Right, we have these 1 to 12, and each of them have different shapes. So these shapes are what we are going to be using to build our route. Okay, so let's say if I draw metro ticket number 7, I would be able to create this route, a straight line, three metro route markers, and it would be a straight line. Now this is where this comes handy. Let's say I need to kind of, bend it a little bit. I need an L shape or like an Z shape. Then I can take away take away 1 point from my total score and do that. So let's say that would become like this. Okay, one L shape if you use this. So that is the benefit of this particular part. I think I have covered everything, and this one, it's we are not going to be using it for a solo play. Okay, that is only for a multiplayer game. All right, so that's that. Okay, so let's just get started. So what we are going to be doing is how we are going to know which shape we are going to get is based on what card you flip. So let's get started. I think we are good to go now. All right. So let's take the first one. We get a 6. So for the 6, what are we getting? So for the 6 would be this one, just one line. So what we'll be doing is we'll strike that off. We will strike that off, and then we take one route marker. And then you place it anyway. You can place it here. Okay, you can either place it here, you can place it here, you can place it here. Now let's take a look at our personal objective again. My personal objective, the first objective is to reach K. So obviously I want to put the first one here, right? Now when I go this way, the first person I pick up is the flirt with the dark background. So I mark the same thing here on my player sheet, and that's the end of the first round. So the first round would be, each round would be just taking the metro ticket card and then building your route and seeing whether you have achieved and checking whether you have achieved any personal objectives, and then you repeat. That's just how each round works. So we would be having 12 rounds. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, so that's that. So the next one, so I should try to pick up some tourists, and then hitting these theaters, these 3 theaters. Let's see where we have. So once I reach here, I could do one thing. I should probably go this way if that's possible. Anyway, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's see. So that's that. Let's see what we get next. So 9 is 2. We get 2 route markers. So where do I want to put that? Of course, K is important. Okay, yeah, we need 1 student, right? So I think it's fair we put it like this. So I get So I get 1 student and 1 of these. So here's the thing. So we are dropping these. So we are dropping off these flirts at the restaurant, right? So if you have picked any flirts, you're going to drop them off now. So when you drop them off, it means that you're going to score it. I think it is like that for all. Let me just quickly check that. Yeah, so right now we have reached a restaurant. right? So that means I'm going to score this. So I have 1, so I get 2, and we are going to strike off everything else. So that's one of the interesting part about this game. So you're going to drop them off because you had these many number of um what is this, passengers, or the flood in this case, and we are going to drop them off at the restaurant which was on the way, right? So that's how you score it. So now you're going to get 2 because yeah, well, that's what you get if you just get one of the floods, right? So if you had one more, it would be scoring 2 plus 2, then 4, like that. But for now, it's just 2. Yeah, so let's continue. That's 5. 5. Okay, 5 gives me a choice here. So for 5, it gives me a choice whether I can place 2 route markers in a straight line or in an L-shaped manner. So I'm just thinking which one I would need. I think I could collect this one if that's possible. I wanted one of these as well, but I have already started with one student. But remember, I have to reach I, right? So maybe I can't go back. So that's another thing. I can't go back. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use one of these and then make it oh, I can use a straight line also, right? It's 5. So I think I'll go this way. Oh, like this. That's gonna take a long path. I might not even reach A. We'll do one thing. We'll do this one. So 2 straight lines. So that gets me 1 metro, and then one of these, 1 theater. So nothing happens here because we don't have any tourists. So we don't have to drop anyone off. So nothing happens. We are just collecting it. So if we get 3 of those, we are going to get what? We're going to get 10 points. So yeah, that's the end of that round. Continuing, we get 7. That's straight line. Where is I? This is I. So I don't want that straight line per se. The reason being 1, 2, 3. So I want one of this to go this way, or yeah, I think I'll use this one to slightly change the shape of that. 7 was it? 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it this way. Hold on. I'm just thinking which one I want. Okay, let's go this way. So that gives me 1 granny, then 1 flood, and 1 metro. Okay, so what do we do next? Okay, so I is here, so we are close. So the next one is 4. 4 is this one, L-shaped. Oh, we can't. That's difficult. I think I'll just use one of these metros and add one more. So how that is going to benefit me is right now I can only make a straight line, right? So I don't have any other choice. Either I'll have to reduce my score or I'll have to just ignore one of these. But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use my metro station power and add one more and then do it like this. Okay, so this one would be from, we would consider these two from my this card, metro card ability, metro card metro ticket ability, and this one from our metro station ability, this one. Okay, we'll consider it that way. That makes any sense. Okay, so that would again give us one metro station, but we also reach, so we have already reached K, right? So that's one. So that's two now. We have reached I also. And then we get one tourist and then one restaurant. So we're gonna score this again. That's two. All right, so let's continue. Two. We have a two. Two is this one. It's an U or a, what is it, a Z? U or C? So I think I should focus on collecting this guy. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I get one of these guys. I get one of these again. Now I'm going to score this. So right now I've got two tourists and then I am at the theater again. So I'm going to drop them off. So I'll be getting 2 plus 5. That would be 7. And you strike these off. And then what else do we have? I get one of these plots again. And I'm going to drop them off. That's pretty sad. We didn't have much choice, did we? Yeah, so there's no point taking these guys anymore. I think. Yep. So that's that. Moving on. 3. We get a 3. 3 is 2 straight line. Has to be this. Or, yeah. We don't have a choice. So that would be one grandma. And we get one more of this metro. Should I use it? I think I'm going to use one of these metro and then add this here and then use this. Okay, let's continue. I don't know if it was worth it. Next one, 10. 10 is an L shape. I think I'm going to do this. So that means we managed to achieve this one. So we get 10 points. Then we get another grandma. Not bad. If I'm able to reach here, I would get 1 point from this. And then we can reach A. That's fine. I got this. Yes. So the Russia card is the next one. It's approaching, so we got to be careful. We get a 12, so that doesn't really help. So I'm going to place it here. I'm going to use one of these. And then, so we get one of these and one of these. Okay, so now what happens is, now the rush hour card is here, right? So when that happens, for the first common objective card, you flip it. So what that means for us is, now it can only give us 6 points. So that's that. So I can reach A next, so that means we'll be getting 10 points at least there. And that's good. So now we have 8. We get 8. So that's U or Z. Okay, I think I will go with a Z. So that gives me this guy. And we hit this. So we are going to score this. I would give us another 7. So what's remaining here? We have a 3, this one. We have 11, only 2 cards remaining. Okay, that's crazy. Do you know what? I think I will go ahead and use this card. Go with this one. Or maybe this one. It gives me another metro. Oh no, I'm going to use this. No, I'm just so confused. Okay, let's go with that. And hopefully, so we have achieved all these personal 3 objectives. We started from here, this way. We went this way and we're going this way. All right. The next card is 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with that. 1, 2, and hold on. If I go with this one, the remaining one is 11. So that would be giving me an option to get her. Square. That's just sad. I just needed one more. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, let's go with that. So that would be giving me one more student. And one more guy here. So we have managed to achieve this one. That gives us 10. Then this one. All right. So next Russia card. So nothing really happens. We have achieved the other two. And what do we need? So the next one. So that has to be 11. So for the 11, what I have in mind is go this way and get a grandma and a student. So we achieved this also. Cool. So we have managed to achieve these 3 objectives, but we get only a 6 here. Right, we get only 6. We managed to achieve all of these. We got a grandma. Yeah, I think we finished the game. Okay, so let's just see if we can. Hold on, let me see. I've got 2 metros and 2 of these remaining. I could use it to reach this point so that I can. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to use both of these. Then takes away 4 points, but I think it's going to give me more here. Hold on, did I don't think I have got this one, right? So I don't get that 6. I don't think I have, now that I look at it, I don't think I have got 5 students. We'll cross check just 1 second, but I think we'll do that. So we get one of the floods, which we don't need anymore, but we get this. So that helps us in scoring. Well, this is the way I play, okay? I'm not very, sometimes the rule book can be quite confusing. It doesn't really explain everything. So I do have probably there might be some house rules which I accidentally added. I'm really not sure. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. So yeah, let's start scoring then. But let me just cross check if I've got 5 students or not. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have not got this. Okay, we did not achieve that, but that's fine. We got 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 5 of these guys. 1, 2. Where's one of my? Just realized something is missing here. I don't know where that went, but yeah, maybe I dropped it. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully I did not. Anyway, so where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, I did not achieve that too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how did I get those 5? So even this one I haven't achieved. Oh my god, what am I even doing? So sorry guys, I think I messed up something somewhere. But anyways, so let's just go ahead. So this is the only thing that I have won. That's what I was wondering. Last games I actually didn't win anything. So anyways, so let's start scoring. What do we get here? So we get 6, 10, 17. We get 14. We get 5 here. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it worth it? 4 into 2. Maybe I shouldn't have used. That would have given me 4. It's pretty much the same. I don't think it made a difference. Anyways, so what's the total? Is it 40? Minus 1, right? Let's see. So I get how much is 8 plus 6 would be 14. Then 14 plus 14 would be 28. 28 plus 5 would be 33. 33 plus 17 would be 50. So this one done, this one done, this one done, this one done, this one done. And 50 plus 10 would be 60. We don't get anything from here. We get a minus 1. So that would be 59. So as per the solo rules, how's that scoring like? 57 to 63 victory points. Despite a few hiccups, traffic is smooth and commuters are satisfied. Good job. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So that is it for today's playthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And one other thing is that it's very difficult to get your hands on these different board games here in India. So it took me a lot of, I did a lot of research on what would work for me. And that's how I ended up buying this. I think I got it from Boardway India. I'm not very sure. Boardway, yeah, I think it's Boardway India. They had this, and I got it from them. It's a nice game. Okay, it's a nice game. We had like in the gameplay, with the rules. I'm a bit rusty with the rules, not gonna lie. It's been a while since I last played this, so here and there were a little bit of hiccups. Apologies for that. And we actually did this live in a rush. I was not very well prepared. I had something come up in the last minute, so I was a bit busy with a few other things. So that's one of the reasons why we had to start this live a bit late than what I had hoped. But anyway, here we are, and I hope you had a nice time. I know we had some hiccups with the rules and the play, but overall I think it went okay. And if you're planning to get into this hobby, I think this would be a very beginner friendly game for you. So hope you enjoyed it, and hope you can enjoy it yourself, get yourself this game and then enjoy it. Yeah, so I think that's it for today's playthrough, and I will see you guys hopefully next week with another game. So good night everyone, take care, bye bye.